And lest you think this is some sort of remarkable or questionable criticism, let me remind you, capitalism didn't come into the world all in one moment of perfection. There were lots of efforts to set up what we call capitalist economic systems at various points in human history. And you know what? They had an experience exactly like the Soviet Union and China. They tried something. It worked in some ways, not in others. People were critical, gave up that way of doing it, and tried. It took many efforts before capitalism became the dominant system in the world that we see today. There were trials and errors, experiments that worked, experiments that didn't, lessons that were learned, and eventually the conditions were in place for there to be capitalism on a global scale. So to discover that the early experiments in socialism, Russia, China, and so on, weren't the final end, didn't solve all the problems, didn't work out exactly right, is something you should all have expected, rather than taken as evidence that there's something not viable about this. That would be historically weird as a conclusion, given what we know about every other system.